So, you're thinking about moving to Austin. Well, in today's video, we are going to talk about the 10 best things about Austin. Let's go. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. It's Dominique here, and in today's video, we're gonna talk about the top 10 best things about Austin. So I know I've done a video with the pros and cons, but I thought today I would just focus on the positive and give you a long list of things that are great about Austin. So it is a rainy day in Austin today, so if you hear some thundering, lightning, well, you don't hear no lightning. If you hear some thunder, that's what it is. We've had a ton of rain in the last several weeks. It's been really great for our grass and everything. It's kind of wild though, because I don't feel like it usually rains this late in the season, but it's good for us because last year it was so hot and dry. So it's cooler weather. It's been pretty nice. So anyway, let's get into the list. So the first thing on my list is the live music scene. Austin is known as the live music capital of the world, and I know there's some debate on Austin versus Nashville, maybe other cities, but those are the ones that I hear about. Anyhow, there's a really great thriving music scene in Austin with a wide diversity of music that you can enjoy in the city. You can enjoy live performances in various genres, from rock to country to blues and to jazz. We've got great venues like Continental Club. We've got Stubbs Barbecue that has a great outdoor space for concerts. There's also Elephant Room for jazz. That's a really popular place for jazz here in Austin. And then there's a new jazz club that opened, oh gosh, maybe 5 years ago or so, maybe less. It's called Parker Jazz Club, and that's a really cool, a great date night venue, I think. It's got a really great vibe. Elephant Room is a little more laid back. Yeah, just a ton of venues all across Austin where you can enjoy great music. Of course, there's also South by Southwest in March that happens. There's the week that's dedicated to music, which is how the festival started in the first place. And then of course there's ACL, which happens in the fall. It's Austin City Limits. That is held at Zilker Park, and they have huge name bands that come in, and then also new bands that you're able to check out. So very popular music festivals that happen in the city. Some residents may not like it because it gets really crowded, but they're definitely popular and well attended. So live music. Okay, the second thing I have on my list is food and drinks. And Austin boasts a diverse culinary scene and culture. You've got things from, food trucks, which are super popular across Austin, to great barbecue. There's also a really big scene with craft beers and cocktails. So there are a ton of food trucks where you can enjoy just all kinds of food. They're delicious, from downtown to South Congress to the east side. There's food trucks all over the city, so you can enjoy pretty much anything you want from a food truck. And a lot of restaurants have actually started as food trucks and then grown and then have, become well-known restaurants around the city of Austin. So great food to enjoy there. And then of course you've got high-end restaurants available throughout the city that are a little bit harder to get into, and you have to make a reservation and all of that jazz, but lots of great food across the city. The city is known for its Tex-Mex cuisine. Also barbecue is super popular. There's some very popular, you may have heard of Franklin's or seen it on the news or on TV shows and things like that. It's definitely a very popular one. And there are a ton of other great barbecue joints in and around Austin and the metro area. Also, Austin has a booming craft beer industry and craft cocktails. So, just look it up if you're coming to Austin from North Austin to South Austin, East Side. There are various breweries across the city where you can go, do a tasting, enjoy it. A lot of times they'll have live music and comedy night, or, games there that you can play. So it's a great date night option. One thing I do want to note is if you're coming from a really big city like New York City, or maybe parts of California, you may not think that there is enough diversity in the food. I would think I have seen that from some people, that they just can't get what they really like. It just doesn't compare to their home state. So you'll definitely see some of that in Austin, but I feel like there's a lot of great places to eat. You just kind of have to check things out. See for yourself what you like. Okay, the third thing that I have on my list is outdoor activities. Austin's climate and beautiful outdoor spaces make it the perfect destination or place to live for outdoor enthusiasts. There are a ton of places to get into some fun in Austin. We've got things like Zilker Park, the Barton Creek Greenbelt, there's Barton Springs, there's Lady Bird Lake, where you can't take a boat on Lady Bird Lake, but you can go paddleboarding, you can take a canoe, and then there's also a really nice trail around Lady Bird Lake that goes over to the east side. The trail around Lady Bird Lake, I think, is around maybe 10 miles or so. So you can go over to that side. There's some really cool alcoves all around there that, you know, that you can check out and just kind of explore. It's really fun, especially when it gets hot, really hot, as hot as it gets here. But when it gets really hot, it's just nice to be out on the lake and just cool off in this hot, hot weather. I don't know what it's gonna be like this summer because with all of this rain, but we will see. Last year we had record temperatures, like 52 days or something above 100 degrees. So we'll see how things go this summer. Oh, another quick thing that I want to note for y'all is Lady Bird Lake actually used to be called Town Lake. So you'll meet Austinites who maybe they don't say Lady Bird Lake, they might still say Town Lake. The name was changed in 2007 when Lady Bird Johnson passed away. They changed the name to Lady Bird Lake. So if you hear Town Lake, that's what people are talking about. I feel like I'm just now getting used to calling it Lady Bird Lake. For the longest time, I just refused. So anyway, Lady Bird Lake, Town Lake, same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, so the fourth thing on my list is festivals. Austin hosts numerous festivals throughout the year celebrating music, culture, arts, film, tech, I mean, the bats. I mean, there's a festival for everything. I don't even know how many festivals there are. I couldn't tell you, couldn't keep count. There really is a bat festival. As I mentioned before, there's also events like South by Southwest and ACL, which draws people from all over the world to the city. So it's really great for the city's economy, a little annoying or a lot annoying to residents, but it's definitely something that brings a lot of revenue into the city. So that leads me into my next plus about Austin. Number 5 is bat watching. So Austin is actually home to the largest urban colony of bats in North America. We have millions of bats that migrate here from central Mexico every single year. And so there's all these different events. There is a bat festival. There are tours, bat tours that you can go on. If you just want to enjoy the sights of the bats, you can go at the Congress Bridge and view them at dusk. It's pretty amazing to see the millions of bats flying around. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, so that's a big part of Austin culture is the bats, the Austin bats. There's riverboat tours where you can see the view of the Congress Bridge when the bats are coming out at night. It's pretty incredible. So that's another big thing about Austin. If you ever see like different Austin posters or logos, you'll see the bat logos around. So that's what that's for. Number 6 on the list I have is unique neighborhoods. So Austin is a big city. Of course, it's not as big as other, you know, it's not a New York City, but you know, we've grown over the past 10, 20 years. And so it is definitely a sprawling city. There's so many parts of the cities. And then of course we have the suburbs, the Austin metro area. There's so many unique neighborhoods in Austin, depending on what you're looking for, depending on what you like. You know, there's like trendy SoCo, which has changed a lot. Some people complain about that. There's the East Side, which has changed a ton over the last 10, 15 years. It's just grown, and you know, a ton of people moving over there. Some people moving out of the city to the suburbs because of affordability, but there's just something for everyone in Austin. I remember seeing a article about this guy. He moved from another state, and y'all had to have seen it. If you've been researching Austin, you saw this guy's review, and he was just saying like why he hated Austin and all these things. He listed all these things, and you would think that he would have researched before he came. I feel like he probably just picked the wrong neighborhood for his lifestyle. Like he didn't pick an apples to apples neighborhood as, you know, like the one that he came from. So, you know, if you pick something that, you know, if you want to be walkable to places, you know, you're not going to move out to a suburb. You're going to know that you're going to need a car to get to different things in Austin. You know, you have to know what you're getting into. Obviously there are limitations because of affordability and things like that, but you know, I feel like there's great options across the city for different budgets and for different lifestyles depending on what you like and kind of the vibe that you're looking for in a neighborhood. Number 7 is tech and startup hub. Austin has a rapidly growing tech industry. The city has attracted many major companies, major employers over the last 20 years, and it's also attracted startups for sure. The city is home to major tech events like Austin Startup Week. Of course, there's South by Southwest, which has, you know, a week that's dedicated to tech. And so many people are coming to Austin because of that, because of tech. It's a big driver for our economy. It's a big driver for the housing market in Austin because all of these people are coming here for jobs. That's one of the things that makes Austin such a strong market, especially when you compare it to other cities. When you look at the history of Austin and you look how we did in like 2008, 2009, and how things fared compared to the rest of the nation. Okay, so number 9 on my list is natural beauty. And I think, you know, people have this idea of what Texas is, it being really flat and having no trees and horses and cowboys, and everybody has this idea of what Texas is. But so Austin, I think, is really unique. From the rolling hills of the Texas Hill Country to the views of the Colorado River, there's just beautiful views across the city and things that you can enjoy. There are a lot of hidden gems around the city or close to the city that you can enjoy. Places like Hamilton Pool, which has incredible views. There's McKinney Falls State Park, where you can go hiking and enjoy that space. There's an amazing overlook of the Pennybecker Bridge. And then of course there is the popular Mount Bunnell, where you'll have to, it's a trek up some stairs, some crazy stairs to get up there, but you get some amazing views of the lake from Mount Bunnell, and it's definitely a spot that many people love to visit. So those are just a few of the really cool places around Austin. Obviously there's a ton more. I think just the beauty of Austin is something so many people appreciate. Okay guys, and the number 10 I have is friendly atmosphere. The locals of Austin call themselves Austinites. It depends on how long you've lived here. Like some people say, I think after a certain amount of time that you're okay to call yourself an Austinite. I don't exactly know what number that is. I think maybe some people might say 15 years? I don't know. What do y'all think? Do you have to be here 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, 30 years? Let me know what y'all think. I consider myself an Austinite. I moved here in 2000, so I feel like I'm an Austinite now. I am a homegrown Texan, so I do have that to say about myself. I think Austin is super friendly and really welcoming. The atmosphere is pretty laid back. It's pretty inclusive. You know, no matter what kind of a background you come from, I feel like you can make friends easily in Austin and just strike up a conversation with people. So that's one thing that I love about Austin. I think kind of like the last point that I made, people may have an idea of what things are like, but I feel like in Austin, it's definitely a diverse group of people politically, culturally, you know, all of that. And, you know, as we continue to grow, hopefully we'll have more diversity coming into the city. One of the challenges, which I'll probably talk about in a later video, is gentrification, and that's because of the housing pricing in the Austin area and just the growth due to supply and demand. So many people moving here has pushed a lot of the locals out of the city, out of, you know, East Austin or, you know, different parts of Austin. And they've had to move to suburbs of Austin because of the affordability issue, or they've completely left the state and gone to, you know, different states across the country. So that's something that the city definitely needs to work on to provide housing to a more diverse group of people, because affordability is definitely an issue in Austin. So I'll probably touch on that in another video coming up soon. Okay guys, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, I really appreciate your time as always. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment, or I also always leave my info in the description so you can send me an email. And if you're thinking of moving to Austin, whether it's in the next 30, 60, 90 days, whatever it is, I would love to help you. I would love to be a resource for you and get you started on your journey. All right guys, thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay connected with me, and I will see y'all very soon in the next video. Have a great day. Bye. Number 9 is natural beauty. So Austin is surrounded by breathtaking natural beauty. Chihuahuas. Y'all, my mom's here. She's making fun of me. She just got here.